Hello. You want to slap Phoenix? Stop gumdrop? Hello. Oh, whoops. Mute the phone! Mute the phone! There we go. How y'all doing today? Hey DC, time to nay on Phoenix. Yo, yep. I got my drink. I love dust. Y'all ready to buff to the top? Bump some Phoenix face. 457 drank. So last week we started this episode 5 called Turnabout Revolution. We play as Apollo and we're like, oh hey, it's my dad, Dirk. And Dirk's like, sup son? And he wants us to help him find the founders of. And we go to a professor who's supposed to give him the order. Whoops! Professor's dead! Oh, let's make like jokes about him being dead. We talked to his son and his son's now our friend. But the professor's still dead. We met this politician and his name is Politician. And and the politician Mr. Man, he says, yo, I have a lawyer because we found the founders, or we almost died. We Apollo Justice almost the day dead. Zaddy Dirk, our actual dad, saved us from drowning. He's also Nayuta's dad. And so we found the orb after almost dying. And politicians like, yo, that's my crystal of army faith. I have a lawyer. Lawyer's Phoenix Wright. And guys, Phoenix Wright said he wants to challenge us to a duel. So we're gonna fight Phoenix Wright in court today. Us Phoenix Wright, us Apollo, we are fighting us Phoenix Wright. Yeah, we're fighting ourselves. 457, oh, with the knife, you can't do this. Oh, with Phoenix, yeah, we have been playing Phoenix since the beginning. We spent a whole year in this game, more than a year. You can't. This level of betrayal shall stay in your heart forever. You got to take your car to, hey Lara, dealership to service today. You gotta leave. Want to jump into your stream? Wish you a good day. Take care of Zaddy. Oh, thank you. Drop the like, pop the sub, pop a lock. Ding-a-ling, that ching-a-ling, yes, thank you. Puns and noses! You love that, the rebel, yes, we love that. That is our friend, you love that chapter, yep. We stopped at where Phoenix was like, yes, I guess I'll see you in trial. And we're like, what, huh? We've been through a lot, yeah. And now we're gonna fight Phoenix! With our fist on the table. You have a mushroom for Phoenix. Oh, not a good one, oh no. But yes, let's continue. I'll go through the court record in a bit. Let's see what we'll continue from. Is the audio okay? Because I'm still using my temporary audio instead of my headset. Phoenix has turned to the dark side of the force. He turned to politician. I can't believe it. That ugly face, mofo. That sounds like a trash bag. A living trash bag. Phoenix turned to the darn you cookies, gah! That's what happens when you're out of the career for 7 years, 8 years, 9 years at this. I think this is 9 years after he got with the false evidence. Just so you know! Oh my god, the loud one. Loud one, number 1. Just so you know, I'm not gonna take sides! Oh yeah, and poor Trucy's stuck in between. because she was with us in our investigation, so she was on our side, but then versus Phoenix, who is like, you know, her father. Message received loud and clear.
Good, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be in the same team.
And for once, we're doing a trial that doesn't involve a dead human or solving a crime. Sorry, Trucy. So this trial is gonna be solving whether the the ball that we found is Army Face balls or the founder's balls. Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's either the founder's orb or the crystal of Army Fae, and we're gonna prove that is the founder's orb, because we need the orb, because if they take the orb, they're gonna send Dirk back to Kurain where he's gonna get executed. Cause Dirk is the rebel leader. Balls all over. Of course Phoenix and Apollo will be fighting in a battle of the balls. The loudest is Apollo, remember his cause of steel. Yes. Sorry, Trucy. Wow, she's really mad. I'm sorry too, little lady. This is all my fault. Wait, what? Meows. Do you come in just as I was talking about balls? Those people can't even keep their balls together. Yeah.
I'm just worried things will never be the same between Daddy and Apollo. If they go through with this.
Is that all? I can't read it. Is that how it sounded like last week? Well, I wouldn't worry about that. You just gave me a dimension of balls. Yeah, I gave like a quick summary, but basically we are Apollo with our dad, Dirk. We needed this orb, the founder's orb, but a politician named Politician came in and said he wants the orb because it's not the orb, it's the crystal of Army Fae. And we're like, no, it's the orb, it's ours. And he's like, no, it's the ball, it's the army's balls, it's not yours. And then Phoenix came in like, yeah, I'm Politician's lawyer, so let's fight. So now we're gonna fight Phoenix in court. Cause of Steel will wreck Phoenix's balls. It's spelled politician, yeah, a politician named Politician. That's the way it is with us men. We may fight, but we don't burn bridges. Except the one time when the bridge burned, remember? Well, we didn't burn that bridge. That's the way with us men, you know, we play with our balls. We fight our balls. I need to rewatch all the Aces. You missed a hecton. Yeah. You watched Diggories. Let's not talk about other channels. We came in like a wrecking ball. This conversation is going pretty non-PG. We're talking about the crystal of Army Fae or the founders of. I don't know what balls you're talking about. Let's destroy Phoenix, yes! Elon, how you doing? Bridge to the turnabout, yeah.
Really?
Maybe we shouldn't say that in front of Trucy. Sure, 1 minute we're trading blows. And the next, we're having drinks together. Yeah. We're simple creatures at heart. Oh. Duck is top zaddy. Yeah, he even has an eye patch and like a cape.
I sure hope you're right.
Oh, sorry I'm late, Apollo. Athena, there you are. Jesus. Oh yeah, she was supposed to pick Phoenix from the airport and she literally couldn't even do that. Useless. There you are. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday? Oh, about that. I ended up going to the wrong airport because I'm dense as a literal stick. Trading blows. Oh, dark. I was waiting there, thinking his flight was really late. Before I knew it, I dozed off. So Nick is the prosecutor? No, so he's not gonna be a prosecutor because this is not a trial of solving a murder crime like the usual trial. It's gonna be a trial where one lawyer and one lawyer versus to prove that so what the goal is we are trying to prove that the item that we found is the founder's orb, but Phoenix is gonna try and argue back that it's actually the crystal of Army Faye, because we need the founder's orb but they want the crystal of Army Faye, but it's two different items. Yeah, it's like a civil dispute, it's not a murder trial. Finally, for once in my life. Except that is a dead person out there, but you know, we're gonna ignore that because Trucy made a dead joke about him, you know, going to heaven. Apollo is here. Yes, we are Apollo. We are playing as Apollo. By the time I woke up, it was already dark. It's so useless. I figured something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you do best. It's just a roast. Gotta roast her before we get roasted by Phoenix. We did have a non-murder trial. Yeah, we did. Guilty as charged. Ugh. So then I take it you have no idea what today's case is about? Not a clue, sorry. What is today's case about, if I may ask? Another locked room mystery, a suspect with a flimsy alibi, or a dying message. Yeah, the Master Mass is 45. That's 457's favorite trial. Totally. Sorry, strike 3, you're out. It's a civil case. A civil case? You act like I'm speaking Swahili here. The death for the urn, yeah. And there was actually like references to that trial in this case. The statue with the sword of whatever the hell it was called. I don't remember. The sword, the statue with the sword was there. Athena, shut up. The hacking voice, Danny. Yeah, this girl is a voice like that. Don't worry. The rose reminded me of Edgeworth doing the same to Gunchu. Wait, what's the edgy word? Yeah, it wasn't a Buddha statue. It was just a statue of a deity with a sword, with a sword that got a link on the side. It's just the Wright Editing Agency specializes in criminal law, so I thought. It's a civil case, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain an attorney. You don't know which one was your favorite? It wasn't look at me. What is everyone's favorite case so far if you've seen other streams? Right, and the other attorney is someone you know very well. Really? Who? The trial will begin shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Hey, the shiny shack. How you doing? We just got started. Athena just proved that she's even more of an idiot than we thought. Okay, let's do this. Apollo, wait, who's the other attorney? Where's Mr. Wright? Do I choose the accused of murder? Or the mysterious? No time to explain. Let's go. Oh, okay, right behind you. Yeah. Went to go shopping, but apparently you don't get paid until tomorrow. No! Hey, Katie is the bride to you. No, wrong guess. Whenever it's like a greeting like "Hey," it's gonna be Brett. If it's something like "Hey girl, the boss," is Katie. Cool. Oh, Mr. Judge, I missed you. Court is now in session. Oh, is there some sort of practice session? The case where Black was released. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a fun one. Hey girl, Katie. Yeah. Oh yeah. Usually there's an emoji. It's usually Katie. A mock trial, perhaps? No, it's not, Your Honor. That's so weird because when I talk as Phoenix, it's just my normal talking. It's the real deal, Your Honor. You also have better punctuation most times, and you don't use as many emojis. So then you two had a falling out. I won't have you using my courtroom for that, you know. It's nothing like that, Your Honor. I like how the judge is here, but he has no idea what the hell he's judging. Why is the judge not know nothing about the case? Exactly. It just so happens that we have different clients in this case. Oh, I see. Well, here's to hoping this has no adverse effect on your working relationship. You can say that again? I had no idea we're going to be up against the boss today. Oh, you sure this is a good idea, Apollo? Watching Samurai Champloo and grinding eggs, eh? What, do you want to switch sides? Honestly, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Well, at least she is here. I'm really gonna need her help. It's so weird because like he's our boss and he knows all our tactics, you know? Mr. Justice! Oh god! Don't call me Mr. Justice. That's so strange. Yeah, yes. Don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid gloves are off and come what may, they stay off. Dude, come on, man. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Dots. Yeah, he wants to fight us with his fist. I'm down. I got a bracelet, I can clock you out, dude. Yeesh, you guys are really chomping at the bit, aren't you? I don't mind a good fight between co-workers, but just keep this a civil case civil. It's a dot battle. Now then, if the plaintiff would take the stand, we may begin. Oh no. Left, right, hold! Now when you see Ray, remember justice being made, the cute little cloud from Hoenn. Never judge, never such gay. Good day to you. I'm politician. This is about the start of my edgy campaign. And you all have the honor of witnessing it. I believe the youth of this country are a very future. Too long now have they been looked down on and given the cold shoulder. Ben Scott, accurate voice for this joke. Permission to eat. Go ahead. Toshiro. What's up, Toshiro? Thank you. Give it a go, shoulder. Did I say you did? Oh, so to them I say, I mean. So those echoes are solid. I didn't see what he read, or whatever. Very good, thank you. Yeah, the freaking politician with his microphone. Mr. Attention, what is this crazy contraption you're riding on? I like how he wrote on that in the courtroom. It's my custom-made election winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it? You're at a witness stand, not a campaign podium, so come out of there this instant. Wait, is he actually gonna stand? Oh my god. Alright, now with the plaintiff attorney, Mr. Wright. Please explain the complaint filed against the defendant. Oh my god. Ah! Tissues. Nice job, Judge. Legs confirmed. He has a very smug face, yeah. I mean, he is a politician. Dude, hella Apollo was hella roasting like politicians in general last week. Typical a politician. Well, how is everyone doing that just joined in? Thank you for coming by. Exclamation shack, exclamation room. Mr. Attishan's complaint against the defendant is simple. The defendant, one Dirk Samari, stole my client's family heirloom from the mountains. We found it in the mountains. The crystal of Ami Faye. Mr. Attishan merely seeks its return. Wait, we didn't steal it. We found it in the mountains. Brother. This wouldn't happen. This wouldn't have happened if the archaeologist hasn't kicked the bucket. Yeah, if the guy didn't die, it would have been ours, confirmed, dude. I see. Well, Mr. Justice, have your opening statement if you want. The defense asserts the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a sacred relic from Kurain. Go on. It seems someone asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archie Buff, to study the orb. Dr. Buff determined that it was a Kurainese national treasure known as the Founder's Orb. The very orb that was stolen from a treasure room in Kurain several weeks ago, which Phoenix solved. That with the priest, not the priest, yeah, the priest. Hello, Phoenix, the hell, you're the one that dealt that with this case. This like, well, yes, I saw the news report about that. The theft of Kurainese national treasure caused quite an uproar in the kingdom. With these names, yeah. Well, we believe that it was not, in fact, a theft in the traditional sense, but rather it was spirited out of Kurain by someone. What did he say? I didn't read. So for Dr. Buff to study, we don't say. And man, the judge. Around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned of Dr. Buff. He made contact with the doctor, who agreed to hand over the orb. Apparently, the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he learned it had been stolen. It seems you even have a transfer agreement between both parties. Mr. Samari also agreed to return the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom of Kurain once the doctor verified it was the real thing. I see. So this dispute centers on whether the item in question is the Founder's Orb or the crystal of Army Faye. Imagine Finn one day animates Ace Attorney voices. Nintendo time for Ace Attorney Switch. Hopefully. So we're talking about I want a new game. Capcom. March. They said by March 2021. So Capcom still has a chance to give me my Ace Attorney. That in turn will determine the object's rightful owner. I better bring my A game, my Apollo game. Going up against Mr. Wright won't be a walk in the park. Especially since we know how Phoenix usually works. And vice versa. Come to think of it, the name Dirk Samadi sounds awfully familiar. But I can't recall where I heard it. Oh, it's probably your imagination, Your Honor. He's just a tourist. He's not a rebel. What? Leader of a rebellion? No. My imagination, you say? Are you sure about this, Apollo? He's a wanted criminal in Kurain, isn't he? In Kurain, yes. Here, he's just a tourist. Phoenix bluff. Oh no! He's gonna bluff his way, dude. No, Phoenix, stop. It hasn't even begun yet, the case. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. By your leave, would you bring in the first witness? Yes, thank you. What even witness is there? Who the hell's that? Oh, it's Emma. Emma, no! Be on our side, please. Emma? Show some manners. We're in court. What? Hey! What's her problem? No, no. I can already see she's on Phoenix's side. Show some manners. Shut your mouth with your snackoos. Emma. I know, it's just... This is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand. I had her do some digging on Dr. Buff. What for?
You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know I'm not just a detective, I'm a forensic scientist. Do try to remember that.
Oh no!
Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology. After all he's done for you, you have some nerve.
Hey! First, I'm sorry. Second, I'm just really trying to do my job. Emma, don't do this to me.
You'll never get anywhere with the attitude.
Take off the sunglasses, you're inside. You're not gonna need them. Want a big snake to show. Oh, more wet someone. With my attitude, I'm a.
Take some advice from someone who's been there.
I'm a been there. You know. I swear, why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Detective Scoy, your testimony, if you please. Oh God. Straight to the testimony.
The police have had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time, and just today a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study.
All the stuff we found in his room. All of that!
Among them were a priceless urn and a statue that were stolen from the Fae clan.
Especially with all the shade she's throwing, dude, right?
It seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them.
Well, that's him stealing, not us.
As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Attition residence.
This doctor is a thief? Why am I just hearing about this now?
Well, cat burglar isn't something he'd put on a resume. He was more careful than that. But the fact is, he was a classic treasure hunter.
Oh God. He's Master Mass Part 2. A treasure hunter, huh? Like people who have thrilling adventures in exotic places, risking life and limb for glory? Shut your mouth. I doubt Dr. Buff was the star of his own hit movie series, Athena. Out of respect for the dead, which your daughter did not do at all, Phoenix, I will say that Dr. Buff wasn't doing it to get rich. Apparently, he only wanted to borrow artifacts to study them. Hey, what's up, TJ? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How's your day? He would then return them as soon as his research was finished.
According to the doctor's child, he would even repair or restore some of the artifacts he stole before returning them. He believed he was honoring the dead by discovering their history through artifacts. But whatever lofty ideals he had, it makes no difference. Larceny is larceny.
Yes, he certainly sounds no different from a regular thief to me. You just watched something horrible, do I want to know? On YouTube? You don't have to tell me, then. I don't want to know. So, let's say for a moment that the doctor really did moonlight in stealing artifacts. Might he not have stolen the Founder's Orb in Kurain and brought it back there himself? Nope! There's no record of him traveling overseas for the past few years. What are you talking about, TJ? I don't need that right now. I'm busy. Plus, he couldn't very well leave his reclusive child at home alone. And must really be the crystal of Almi Faye. Yes, he stole it from the Attition residence, so probably probably so he could study it. Dots, this is the left hook I did not need. I bet you never saw that coming, Apollo. I don't need your commentary, Athena. I would rather have you out of this room. Yeah, when Mr. Wright said the kid gloves were off, he wasn't kidding. Dots. Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Alright, let's look at the court record before we talk to this this trading betrayal. Okay, let's look at our court. This is the court record that we have right now. So my badge, nice. The founders of Grind's national treasure. The doctor hid it in the ruins before his untimely death. That we found this in the cave. So we found it in a cave. So just saying, we almost died finding it. So this is very nice. It has the symbol here. It has a symbol here that is something that I is probably in the evidence. Oh, this is Apollo's dead father, like his actual father. Research notes. This is the song lyrics that is. So we found the orb. So when we were in the cave, we found the orb. It was hidden in this box, and to solve the box, the clue was this song. And this song is the song of the Dance of Devotion, which is held in the Kurain, the country Kurain. And over here it says that this symbol that was on the orb is the Mitama motif from Kurain founding period. This study photo, this is the dead body. That we're not gonna, we ain't care. There's blood and coffee on the book here, and he apparently fell from the stairs, from the ladder. This is the craziest episode of Blue's Clues. This is the map. So this is the doctor's house. This is where he died. This is the window where the person that reported the dead body saw him, and the coffee bar, and then like the staircase and all that. Blah 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 blah. The orb transfer agreement that he said he will give it to us if he comes to no harm, to where he's dead. Sarge Drone. So Sarge is the doctor's son, who's like shut in, but he's our friend now. He talks to us via drone. Nothing like blood and coffee in the morning. Yeah, and spilling on your book. This is an email we got from the doctor's computer. Includes a report of the history. Someone with the email PAW711 nmail noodle from Dr. Buff, that he said that I deciphered the patterns, haven't cracked the riddle, the opaque crystal orb. So he says the word crystal and he says the word orb inside because he's a troll. So someone with PAW, what could that mean? I don't know. Politician. Just kidding. I don't know what a W would be. Raincoat. So the doctor was wearing this when the night before he died. Glowing moss, which was found in the cave when he went to hide the orb, and his glasses that were on his desk. He couldn't read anything without them. He had poor eyesight, and that's all. So let's see what this Snaku has to say. Doesn't she? Oh my god! If you look at her from behind, she looks like a Snaku because her hair is just one long brown stick from behind. Yeah. The police have had their eyes. Oh right, we already read this. Wait, the police had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time. Okay. Let's see what we probably had to press some stuff. Let's just press everything. Oh, I should have said hold it myself. I accidentally clicked the button. How exactly did Dr. Buff arouse the suspicion of the police anyway? She's just another Orochimaru experiment. Chalk it up to good old-fashioned sleuthing. After investigating countless artifact thefts over the past few years, the police finally zeroed in on him, and the doctor became their prime suspect. A number of these artifact thefts occurred in Kurain village too, if I might add. But not as Snake, who is, oh, Mia, Mia. Go on, Phoenix has Mia by his side. God, man. And we can't see her because we have Apollo. And they started right around the time the doctor moved there. But he was never arrested, I take it. There was nothing concrete linking him to a crime. Even though the artifacts were literally in his room.
No, which is why we were never able to get a search warrant in the first place.
You can see the things from the window.
It's hard to arrest artifact thieves unless you catch them red-handed. Still, the police had him under constant surveillance.
Okay. Hold it! Hold it! Are you sure these allegedly stolen artifacts are the real deal? Yes.
They're not fakes, that's for sure. Take the urn for example. Apparently, it's an extremely intricate work of art. Its design, cracks, and other features would be impossible to recreate perfectly. Yeah.
I wonder why there are cracks on that urn. Pearls. Actually, I had a few run-ins with that urn myself. Yeah, because we were playing you. So I was shocked to see it in there, the doctor's study. We were too. I can say that without a doubt, the urn was stolen from the fake land. I see. Detective Skoy, please continue your testimony if you would. Among them, Price's urn. Hold it! Were there any other stolen artifacts found besides those belonging to the face?
Yes, for instance. Remember the large relief on the wall? That was chiseled out of some ancient ruins in the kingdom of Kurayan several years ago.
Chiseled out? Didn't that damage it?
Well, he did restore the parts that were faded, so you could barely see them anymore.
Were so faded, I mean.
It seemed that he intended to return it someday, so one could say his intentions were good. But good intentions are no get out of jail free card, that's a fact.
If I might add, with respect for the deceased, the quality of the restoration was apparently exceptional. It seemed the doctor invested a lot of money in hiring an extremely talented specialist. You sound like a good man who took a wrong turn somewhere. I guess Sarge takes after him in that way.
Any further questions? If not,
Hold it! Had these alleged thefts been going on for some time?
at least 5 years, as far as we can tell. All the recent thefts has been local, but before moving to Crime Village, he had been stealing from the ruins around the world.
Dr. Buff was an international criminal?
This data sends itself to one conclusion. Dr. Buff was a thief.
Okay. Hold it! Hold it! You claim he stole a family heirloom from the Etician residence, but claiming something doesn't make it true.
Unfortunately, it is true.
What? How can you be so sure?
A police report was filed concerning the theft, 1 year ago in fact.
What? A whole year ago?
August 25th of last year to be exact, the report states, and I quote, "The crystal of Ami Faye was discovered to be missing from the Etician storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse locked and had been picked. Signed, Paul Etician,
Wimperson! P-A-W! Wait! Oh! Hold a second! That's the email. Let's see. I wonder who's Who's asking? I wonder. What do you mean paw711.nmail.com? Wimperson? Well, a year-old report certainly lends the plaintiff's claim credence. The doctor could really have stolen the crystal of Army Faye. Bruh, right? Not only that, Your Honor, but the founder's orb was only found to be missing several weeks ago. That is nearly a year after the theft was reported. Therefore, I believe we must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items. Lock up the Wim politician. Dots! Politician Wimperson? That is not the most awe-inspiring tale. And is it? I see why he caught it. Petrushkin, welcome in. Not that he inspires confidence without it. I'd probably do the same in his shoes. So we have his name now. PAW. We know that. So now we know the email is from him. And so he was emailing the doctor to study the orb. So he doesn't even know what the orb is. He probably doesn't even know what the crystal of Army Faye looks like. A police report filed about the crystal theft a year ago, but the theft of the founder's orb was only reported a few weeks ago. So the crystal's report was filed way before the orb was found missing. That suggests the stolen relic is the crystal of Army Faye, as Mr. Artisan Wimperson asserts. Sketch, right? Oh, I doubt the police report is fake. After all, Emma is the one who submitted it as evidence. Still, I feel like something we learned in that police report is important somehow. I wonder why. Is that in her testimony though? Wait, what do we present? What will we present though? Will presenting the email do anything? Decipher the patterns yet to crack the riddle. Because in the email, Mr. PAW himself, this is the previous message. How is your research coming along? I deciphered the patterns. I deciphered the patterns yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Wait, what do we even present? Okay, so this is the report. A file a year ago by PAW. Do we present the email? They made a big deal about his name. So do we present it at this statement? Wow, it's the first one and I already don't know what to present. What exactly from our evidence contradicts what she says? Did I express everything? Feel like something. Do we present the email at the last statement? What does that contradict though? This is only the first testimony. What the hell? Wait, what do you guys think? He likely stole it from the Attition residence. Would the email be like saying that he didn't steal the artifact, he was given the artifact from the Attitians? I'm gonna try that. That seems like the only thing in my brain. I'm gonna save though. That's the only thing that clicks in my head right now. Is that showing the email would just show that he didn't steal it, he gave it. Try the email. Yeah, because that would be like our evidence to say that it wasn't stolen. The artifact wasn't stolen from the Attitian residence. Paul Attitian was like, hey, here's the orb. So I'm gonna just present the email. Attitian. We need to prove that the email is from Paul. Yeah, it just says PAW 711. What would the 711 be? We know PAW is obviously Paul Attitian Whipperson. The doctor stole the artifact from the relic. Stole the relic from the plaintiff. Are you sure? Because that statement doesn't agree with a certain piece of evidence. What do you mean? Take a look at this. What about it? This contains an email from the doctor's computer. Email? And that little piece of plastic? Don't. I'm afraid I don't understand. Of course you don't. Oh, this stick here can store all sorts of computer data. I still don't get it. Here, just take a look at this. Apparently the doctor was reporting his research findings to a certain individual. Now take a look at this. It's the police report Detective Sky presented to this court. A star, but you can see that the plaintiff's legal name on it. 7-Eleven? It's a store and mall. Paul Attitian Whimperson. I can see why he dropped the Whimperson from his name, but that's hardly breaking news. Look closer, Your Honor. Dots. Ah! Yes! His initials! Ah! Take that! Right, the plaintiff's full legal name is Paul Attitian Whimperson. Now consider this. The email recipient address starts with 3 letters. This zoom in? PAW? Don't tell me! Oh, but I will anyway. The individual who hired the doctor to study the disputed item is none other than Paul Attitian Whimperson. Wait, then that means... Exactly. He wouldn't have asked the man who stole his heirloom, family heirloom, to study it. Therefore, how could this possibly be the crystal of Army Faye? Ah! Yeah! We never checked the doctor's emails. You trash bag! We couldn't even figure out the password to his computer. Dang, we had an advantage on that. The plaintiff willingly left the orb in the doctor's care so he could study it, at the behest of his benefactor. Wait. Then what about the police report? I have all the details of the theft right here. It's probably another relic, the real crystal of Arby Faye. He's just using the report as a way to claim that our orb is actually his stolen crystal. Emma, you dumb. And how are you so certain that PAW refers to my client's initials? Maybe the email's recipient was a dog lover. That's the kind of bullshit that would come up. Perhaps. So let's get to know your client a little better, shall we? Mr. Paul Attitian Whimperson. Oh my god, he can walk! Since when? I suppose shutting down detractors is better of a position than the job. Oh god. Answer me this, Mr. Attitian Whimperson. What is your birth... Oh, wait! His birthday? Or his shoe size. What is this? 7-Eleven. His birthday is 7-Eleven. His birthday. Will he be dumb enough to put? The options we have. So the options we have is his shoe size, his favorite food, or his birthday. What do you want to ask him? This. His shoe size. No, his favorite food. 7-Eleven! It's a store and mall with your favorite convenience food in your, microwave, like macaroni. His birthday. What should not be his birthday? What is your birthday? Ew! My birthday? July 11? But what is you? Nice! Look at that animation. Ew! Ugh! I see. You can address birthday gifts to my office. Hey, what's up, Average? Yo, what's up? Yo, I'm in class. Want to drop by and say hi? Well, thank you for dropping by and saying hi. Hopefully, maybe you can join us later if we're still streaming or something. But thank you for dropping in. But full disclosure, I only accept gifts valued at $1,000 or more. What? Phoenix? Thoughts. It's weird because when Phoenix feels that stress of getting, I feel stress for both sides. So because if we as Apollo get wrecked, I feel the stress. But now that we wreck Phoenix, I still feel the stress because we're so used to playing Phoenix. So I'm also like, oh man, Phoenix just got wrecked. Oh no. Don't. Where's everyone gone silent? He's such a beef jerky, he's not the good one. Shake my head. How can anyone be that self-centered? Alright, politician. Did everyone hear that? He said July 11th. July 11th, or rather 7-11 matches the number in the email address. Both the name and the birthday are a match. I hardly think that's a coincidence. That's me. Why you sneaky little? Looks like someone finally decided to join the conversation. Would the plaintiff care to explain? I'd like to say that that's quite what? Quite a thing you said? Don't. Any other thoughts? No further comments. I stand by my previous statement. Hey! Don't walk away! You can't just walk away! Even politicians have to explain themselves in the court of law. That, I'm afraid, I simply don't know how it happened. I can't possibly explain matters outside my purview. Perhaps it was a mistake on part of my secretary. Oh no, you don't, you slippery eel. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Dots. I won't argue your assertion. My client led the treasure in question to the doctor and asked him to study it. It seems that much is the fact. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh no. However, it has no bearing on the issue of ownership. That's how so? Mr. Attition, I fully understand your position here. You had to hide the fact that you sent the crystal out to be studied. Your family would be very upset if they found out it's a family heirloom after all. Mr. Wrong, dear Apollo. You've gotta be kidding me! Mr. Wright is, well, right, of course, but then he always is. That's why he's my lawyer. The crystal is a precious Attition family heirloom, and has been for centuries. But as Dr. Bath was so eager to study its a proud heritage, I just couldn't say no. I didn't even tell my grandfather. But in order to win the backing of your so-called benefactor, you were going to give what you claim to be the crystal of Army Fae to that person? You were going to give a precious family heirloom away just like that? I was going to explain everything to grandfather later. Honest! My client's grandfather is very proud of his grandson for following in his footsteps. Yeah! What's up, man? And if refusing him would mean dashing the dreams of his darling grandson, I doubt kindly old man could have said no. Well, grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. That's what grandfathers are for. Your Honor, please. I mean, it's been in the family for centuries. My grandfather thinks highly of my talents and as a politician. That's why he entrusted me with this very important name placard today. Yo. Oh, with his nasty breath. I'm sure he would be okay with me using the crystal as I saw fit. Grandpa's spoiled little brat. I think the judge is buying it, Apollo. No surprise here. He's always going on about his grandchild after all.
Excuse me, can I leave now, Mr. Wright? I believe my work here is done.
By all means, Detective Sky, thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome. It's nice to testify at a civil trial once in a while. See you around.
Kicks the door open. Yeah, wellness. It seems the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Titian Wimperson apparently lent his family heirloom to Dr. Puff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed? Oh, alright, now what? Apollo, let's hear what they know about this so-called crystal of Army Fae. Maybe we can find some inconsistencies in your statements. Right. Okay then, Mr. Wright, if the item in question is really an Titian family heirloom, then let's hear all your client knows about it. Of course. Mr. Titian Wimperson? I love how he's still calling him full name. Please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin. Now then, listen and learn. Oh no. This is the tale of the crystal of Army Fae and the illustrious history of the Titian clan. Are you ready? Our story begins back in the old country when the Titian family reigned supreme. Oh no. The illustrious history of the okay. My ancestor was praised as the benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums and a minority back then and from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Army Fae gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. I am a descendant of the great Lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history. Well, that devolved into a great load of self-aggrandizing propaganda fast. As you can see, the crystal of Army Fae is an heirloom of the esteemed House of Titian. And you have proof that it's always been in the Titian family? I have someone who gave a statement to that effect. My client's neighbor, one Ives Shineto. Ives Shineto? What? Age 85 gave the following statement. The Titian showed me the crystal back when I was a lad. Is that supposed to be a pun of I've seen it? I've seen it all. Can we really trust the memory of an old man? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain that statement to the judge? I didn't mean. What I'm trying to say is, I've seen it though. Never underestimate the memory of your elders. I may forget my verdict the next day, but the memories of my past are clear as day. Therefore, I found Mr. I've seen it though. I've seen it though. Statement to be perfectly credible. Wow, did you just see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I wore up my sleeve. Sigh, you're not helping, Athena. You might cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice. Can that old man like... Was that the old man that yelled at him to shut up? That'd be funny. Okay, my answers are praises. Okay, whatever. Protected the... Okay. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Your bonus. I'm sorry for what my friend said. Yeah, she said she had it made, so then it was made in Japan? That's right. They said she hired a famous craftsman to make it. And they say it's quite valuable too. And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom and just give it to your patron? There, that's so typical of you ignorant commentators. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what a politician is all about. Josh is always on the wrong side, dude. That's why Phoenix has it on his side probably for the first time, dude, right? But only when it's in service of your own political career, you mean? The crystal was a testament to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. Furthermore... What's up, DJ Riolu? I'm a descendant of that great lord. Army Faye gave the crystal as a specially made one. Do you realize this making your case stronger against you? They gave a different picture on this statement, so let's see what we have. Army Faye gave the crystal she specially made as him as a gift. What does founding period mean? Because the research note says that the symbol that's on this thing, the below that sign, is... What does it say? It says Mitama motif from Korean founding period. What does the word found... What does the phrase founding period mean? This game is T for teen. Oh yeah, the previous game was M for mature. We've been playing this series for a year already. Let's see our evidence. As thanks, Army Faye gave the crystal she specially made as a gift to him. I feel like it might be something with the research. What else do we even have? Let him do. Petra, the only makes things easier, yeah. Because the research is Mitama motif from Korean. What is motif? Is motif just mean symbol? What is the phrase founding period mean? Does that mean anything? I'm gonna ask Siri. Maybe Siri will help us. Hey Siri! Siri. Hey Siri! Hey Siri! Google. Hey Siri! Siri! Hey Siri! Siri, hello?
Hi.
Google search founding, but no!
Okay, I found this on the web for Hey Siri Siri Hello. Check it out.
You already know the entire case, not gonna spoil. Yeah, don't spoil. Hey Siri! Google search founding period.
Okay, I found this on the web for founding period. Check it out.
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri, Google search founding period meaning.
Okay, I found this on
Oh
the
my
web
God.
for founding period meaning.
Literally
Check it out.
useless. Whatever, man, I don't need your help. Hey Siri, Google search motive.
I found this on the web.
Not motive. Okay, go ahead, hey Siri. Hey Siri. Whatever, man, I don't care. I don't need your help. It's useless. Anyways, what are we doing? As thanks. Okay, let's see what else this dude says. Some discriminated. So this is just his story. I don't care about his story. I don't think his story has anything to do with anything. I think it has to be this statement. As thanks, Army Faye gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. Yeah, they have fun with Black Quill. Do you think it's the research notes? Should I just Google search on my own? What is the... Okay. Hey Siri, Google search motive.
Here's what I found.
I'm gonna Google what the word motive means. Maybe that means something. Motive meaning an okay, it's just an image or whatever. Darn it! From the founding period. What's their ending hint? Who is this Army Faye? I believe she was the founder of the Quran channeling technique. The plaintiff claims she had a crystal made for his ancestor. That would mean it was made in Japan, right? Yes, I suppose it would. I think it is because then it wasn't made. The orb is made in Quran, not in Japan. I don't think that this universe has Quran in Japan as the same country, the different country. I'ma present the research notes because of the Mitama motive from the Quran founding period. So that sign means it's in Quran. Objection! That's how Max Payne does it. You stated that Army Faye had the crystal made from your ancestor. So am I to assume it was made in Japan? That's right! The craftsmanship is unbeatable. Did Toad just say objection? Hey Payne! Did I go blah blah blah? No, I said objection as I screamed it. Toad isn't here, unfortunately. Have we seen Rayfa at all today? I mean, in this case, I don't think so. We haven't even been to Quran, actually. We've only seen Dor. Well, that's strange. I don't see how your so-called crystal could have been made there. It was pain. What are you talking about? It's quite obvious if you take a closer look at this. Take that, man. Zoom in on that nice motif. Take a look at the distinctive design here. According to Dr. Buff, it's a Mitama motif dating back to the early days of the Kingdom of Kurain. Founding period doesn't that explain how something was founded, like a national nation, for example. Yeah, so it was. So that means it's only. So that symbol is specific to Kurain. So it can't have been made in Japan, I guess. The Kingdom of Kurain. And you base this on here, this piece of evidence, Your Honor. These are the doctor's research notes on the Founder's Orb. There's something called objection funk. I didn't Dragon King. This is the box in which the orb was originally stored. It features the same pattern as the one in the orb. They do look like the same pattern. Therefore, I assert that the disputed item must have been made in the kingdom of Kurayan. My bacon! The Kurayan channeling technique originated in the kingdom of Kurayan. Then Amife is known to have traveled there to trade. With that in mind, what's to say she didn't bring that pattern back with her? But since this is clearly a Kurayanese design, not even you can deny the possibility that it was made there in the kingdom of Kurayan. Anything's possible to some extent. That doesn't make it true. You can conclude that the orb is from Kurayan based solely on that pattern. If it was that simple, I could just easily say it's Japanese. I'm screaming. I have to agree with Mr. Wright. The pattern alone proves nothing. But that also means no basis to claim the item in dispute was made in Japan either. At this rate, we're going nowhere fast. He's right, we're just spinning our wheels here. I wonder if there's any evidence that could break the stalemate. Evidence that could break this stalemate. What? The riddle to whatever, what did the email say? To solve the whatever? The opaque crystal orb is... I think it's the opaque crystal orb is the key. I think evidence exists. It might be the email. The defense would like to present a piece of evidence to the court. A piece of the evidence that will finally break the stalemate. Oh, well, you still piqued my interest. Let's see what you got. Alright. I will now prove that this is in fact the Founder's Orb. Oh wait, I had to prove that it's the Founder's Orb? I will present the email. No. No. Matri, no. Yikes. Time to think that one over. Is that they brought me back to the does not exist option. Some does I guess we don't have the evidence yet. There doesn't seem to be anything we can use, at least not at this point. Well, unless we can find something, this trial won't be going anywhere. That's much better. What's his deal? I have a suggestion. Why don't we consider this from a different angle? I'm listening. What if the Defiant Dragons were really authorized to take the possession of the relic? I'm afraid I don't know where you're going with this, Mr. Wright. Consider the Orb Transfer Agreement, which states, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. What if, as the last part suggests, this was written under duress? That would render the agreement null and void. What are you suggesting, Mr. Wright? While you were on your little cave expedition, I was investigating Dr. Puff's accident. And there was something you overlooked, Mr. Justice. Namely, his accident might have actually been murder. Here we go. What? Murder? Why you always gotta turn things to murder? Why, Phoenix? Mr. White, you do realize such a statement is not to be made lightly. Are you suggesting that the Doctor was killed by the Defiant Dragons? That's and Dirt would never do that. Yes, but follow me on this for a sec. The book that came tumbling down there from the archaeology shelf. However, the mountain of books was a single volume. Among that mountain of books was a single volume on psychology. What's more, there was some blood on it. And you feel this is important because the books that came tumbling down there were the top shelf, the archaeology books. We know this because the Doctor's books were meticulously organized by subject. Archaeology took up the entire shelf, so that psychology book is completely out of place. The best place to nap, a pile of books. Yeah, there's a blanket. Come to think of it, the shelves were arranged quite carefully. So it's also worth noting that the psychology books only take up a tiny part of the bottom shelf. You might wonder why a book on psychology was found amid the pile of archaeology books, but I believe I can explain that with a single out of place book that was doing there. Or what that single place out of book was doing. Wait, what's up, Stel? Came to say hi before your next class. Have an awesome stream and have a better day. Thank you, Stel. A blanket, a pillow, and a headstone. Yeah, and coffee. The Doctor was struck from behind while selecting a psychology book from the shelf. And that's when the blood got on the book. Precisely. And to make it look like an accident, he was buried under a mountain of archaeology books. Wait a sec, this is all just speculation, right? Or do you have proof that it was murder? Of course I do! You do? You do? Whoa there, never take a man from behind and he's while he's reading. On a hunter ahead, Detective Sky examined the Doctor's head wound. She found that he had been struck by the corner of some object or another. Wait, what? A wound like that wouldn't have resulted from a fall to the floor, you know. Do you understand what this means, Mr. Justice? You have to at least yell surprise! The wound makes it crystal clear that the Dr. Buff was murdered. What? Well, that was unexpected. Shut up, Athena! Who'd have thought we'd break out of the stalemate like this? He pulled the ladder right out of front. Not time to make jokes, Athena. Still, if he thinks that's enough to make me back down, he's got another thing coming. Even if the cause of death was murder, what makes you think it was the Defiant Dragons? You should know better than to hurl baseless accusations. Did you seriously say crystal clear? Did you forget who you were up against, Mr. Justice? How could I forget? Huh? You didn't actually think I come to court without witnesses and evidence, did you? I don't know. When I play you, we come to court without evidence and witnesses all the time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I would like to request further testimony from the plaintiff. Specifically, I would like the court to hear how he saw one of the rebels leaving the crime scene. Oh my god. He saw what? Oh my. Phoenix, smug, y'all need to chill. I'm a Phoenix punch his face. If he can prove it was murder, that's the end of our client's right to the orb. Did he have it up his sleeve this whole time? How could Mr. Wright do this to us? Yeah! He was just waiting to spring his trap! Whoa, that's a different story. Huh? Shut up, Phoenix! Well, this trial has taken another unexpected turn. But I must mention, Mr. Wright, that you have yet to identify the murder weapon. The object used to commit the murder was not located at the scene of the crime, but the murderer likely disposed of it somewhere elsewhere. You like how heavily emotions affect the character's hair? Yeah, hair is very important to Phoenix. You punch it, dude. I'm a yeah. Oh, nice. We have an autopsy report. Struck. Okay, let's see. Read this autopsy report in detail. Nice. 10 to 11 p.m. Several hemorrhaging after being struck on the back on the head with a corner of an unidentified object. Well, I never thought we'd be deliberating the issue of murder at a civil trial. Alright, Mr. Attention Wimperson, your testimony if you please. Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by charismatic oration force in the crucible of campaign battles. Man, nice suit. That evening, I was working alone, thus in thought. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Rebel. He was running out the front door. The front door? It was around 10 at night. Surely must have been him fleeing the scene of the crime. A vote for me is a vote to end such violence. That is my promise to you. So we know that the house is weird because the front door is like on the second level. So he probably Dad was probably standing at the window. The window is on the ground floor, but the front door is actually on the second floor. So I think we should present the map. Sorry, the plaintiff was a possible suspect fleeing from the doctor's residence, and it was within the window of the estimated time of death. Dots. That's a rebel. What in the world were you doing there then? Okay. It seems Mr. Rebel was loitering around about Crane Village today. Razzle dazzle. There's evidence in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? Ah! You mean the suitcase? Oh, that's right. He went in the building. Oh no! Forget that! I forgot he went in the building. Exactly, he must have been quite in the rush to leave that behind. Why did he leave? Oh, and by the way, y'all. Oh no, don't by the way. Mr. Arrival just so happens to be sitting in the gallery today. That's why are you here? Gah! See, that's him trying to escape as we speak. Pretty convenient, you murderer. Finally, don't let the man get away. That's oh my god. Right, you backstabber! What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? He is a backstabber. God. That's alright. The counsel / defense may question the bailiff / witness once more. Please proceed, Mr. Justice. That's why. The alien was walking alone, lost in thought. Let's see why. Heard it! Sweaty dots. Why were you taking a walk? Society is inundated with serious problems that must be solved. As a politician,
I'm always on the job, thinking hard about possible solutions, even on my work.
Thanks for the non-answer.
While we live out our comfy lives, there are starving children who suffer in back alleys of our major cities. Not just me to ignore such suffering. A vote for me is to vote to end hunger and for world peace.
Yes, Mr. Tishan Wimperson, we are well aware of your outstanding character. Now please continue with the testimony.
I can practically hear my poll numbers surging. Now on to my speech. After all, the voting public must be informed of the magnificence that is me.
Hold it! Hold it! Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Rebel? Okay, good. We have a map. What? We're just standing in a tree.
Right here under this tree. I saw him dashing out of Dr. Bell's front door.
Okay, I see. And he didn't notice you?
No, I was hidden by the tree.
It's not really all important to know when the plaintiff saw Mr. Rebel. Yes? Why not? Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I ask that this please be added to the witness testimony. Solution, sure. I was under this tree. Do we know what time? So the murder happened at 10. Do we know what time Dad was there? We don't know what time Dad was there. You're not at the campaign podium, bro. That he thinks that podium he's standing at is the hold it! Hold it! What were you doing under that tree?
A lack of lateral thinking. That is a politician's downfall.
What?
That's why if I'm elected,
He's not answering the question!
I promise to think outside the box.
The question was, what were you doing under the tree, Mr. Attention Wimperson?
Then, I suppose I can expect a plebeian as yourself to understand my grand desire.
Oh yeah, try me, oh Lord of Plebs. Mr. Attention Wimperson, I believe the court is well aware of your grand political vision. Now, let's have the rest of your testimony, if you please.
I can hardly wait for the upcoming election.
Homeboy was in the freaking tree, so I sound like. It was around 10 at night. Okay. I was under this tree. Dude, I'll kick your peanuts. Hold it! Hold it! Did you notice anything unusual? This one dodgy dude. I mean, look at him.
Yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran in total panic. As soon as I saw that, I knew he'd done something, and it probably wasn't good.
Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police?
Who would have thought he killed Dr. Beth? Not me. That's why I didn't report him.
He just called us plebs, dude. So the witness didn't notify the police. Is that an important statement? Yes, because he's standing right at the window. Yes, it is. Yes, it's important. I request that the witness add this to his testimony.
Sure, why not? I had no idea that Dr. Beth was dead.
You liar! We know he's dead because he's in front of the window. The question is, do we present the map or the dead body? Should I present? Okay, I'll present the crime scene photo first. Cause he should have seen it from the window from where he was standing. If not, I'll present the map. Objection! Mr. Attention Wimperson, rather than Mr. A Rebel. Wasn't there something else that should have had your undivided attention?
Like what? Oh, yes, of course. A politician must also keep his finger on the electoral... What?
Sorry, but you're way off.
I am?
Will you care to explain, Mr. Justice? If the witness saw Mr. A Rebel from this position, then he should have also been able to see the doctor's body. After all, it was right next to a huge window. Well, I believe you have a point there. With the body that clearly visible to the witness, it's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. With the witness can respond? Oh my god. It makes my jaw hurt. Doss, did he fall asleep? Are you for real? Is this allowed? Mr. Attention Wimperson? Yo, he's actually sleeping. He got snot bubbles and everything. Oh my god. Hey! Hello! Wake up! Don't stop Mr. Attention Wimperson!
Huh?
Ew! Yuck!
Yeah. There are many sides to any issue.
What did I ever do to deserve this? I don't know. In any case, I like the court to acknowledge that the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Mr. Attention Wimperson, did you really see Mr. A Rebel?
Yes. That.
Hey, come back! Where do you think you're going? Dude with a window like that now, freaking way he didn't see it. Like the window's literally the whole wall.
I thought I'd return.
Stream good. Streamlabs died for like a second. The Streamlabs went to sleep too.
The stream good. Abigail.
It should be good now. Streamlabs literally died for like 2 seconds. Who's this guy? Lost my phone.
Are we good?
Let me check. Thank you also for almost 20 likes. Okay, I think we're good. This isn't some small town hall debate. So you just stay right there until I say we're through.
and have to run.
He running?
I have to run that by my campaign manager before.
Trim view. Okay.
Dots glare.
Go.
Mr. Attention Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean.
Huh?
So then does this mean he didn't see Mr. Arabel? As your lawyer, Mr. Attention Wimperson, I advise you divulge from just glare. Duchess of Toast, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I advise you to divulge from that matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option.
Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. I can't afford to let strange rumors get out.
Question mark? Don't worry, you won't suffer any blowback from what you're about to reveal. Blowback? I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Mr. Wright. Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untoward will come from this, I promise. Now then, Mr. Justice. Remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Come to think of it. Emma, who was the first one to discover the body?
About that, whoever it was, it seemed they wanted to remain anonymous.
What?
It happens now and then. Some people would rather not be involved with the police.
Wait, you're not saying that. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was my client, Mr. Politician Wimperson. What? You don't say. Get out the soap and water, bro. So you see, he played his part as a concerned citizen. Quite admirably, if I say so. Isn't that right?
Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are many who choose indifference over righteous action. But I don't number among them. That is why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest.
What a real standard bearer is, reporting it anonymously. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Justice, wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Oh, you mean Mr. Arabel? He would have been leaving the doctor's house right around then. Wait, that means... Yes, it does. In short, what my client witnessed was Mr. Arabel fleeing the scene of a heinous murder. Ah! And that's not all. Based on what we heard so far, Mr. Arabel looked exceedingly suspicious. He always looks suspicious, dude. And putting it mildly. We already know the Defiant Dragons threatened the Doctor with bodily harm. How what? And now that they killed him, the so-called Op Transfer Agreement is null and void. Ah! No! Apollo! If you don't come up with some kind of counter-argument, and what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove that it was Mr. Arabel who killed the Doctor? That move had desperate written all over it. It's all I got, and I'm going with it. Evidence? I suppose it's true that I don't have any. I knew it! But I do have another witness. Oh snap! You do? You should know I always come fully prepared. Since when? Mr. Justice, since when? When I play Phoenix, I'm never prepared. and my new witness will provide testimony proving Mr. Rebel's guilt. A new witness? I wonder who it could be. Don't lie to us, Phoenix. Very well. Violet, please summon our new witness. Oh, he's sweating. That's me. In the meantime, the court will take a brief recess. Oh my god. I would like both sides to use this time to prepare properly. All understood? Yeah, since when? Since when is Phoenix prepared? We know Phoenix better than anyone. We are Phoenix, technically. Wow, I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but... Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is a turnabout terror. Is that a new game? We can't let him blindside us again. Looks like you got me again. That's, I swear to God. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. Ah! Dads, please, no more new records or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that. But be careful next time. That's is what Mr. Wright said, true? Yes. Did you really pay a visit to talk to Buff that night? Sure did. I can't remember the exact time though, because you're an idiot. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels are dangerous. That's why he threw me out. The doctor was alive when that... Oh, so the doctor was alive when Dad last saw him. We still have to prove it though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Chusi? She went to go... Oh, she went to go see her dad. Maybe she's still mad. More like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. And that you might leave the agency. Ah ha ha! She has active imagination. Excuse me, the trial will be resuming shortly. Let's go see what a new testimony awaits us. Better brace yourself, son. OMG, Dark. No! Dark! Alright, court is back in session. Everybody shut your mouth. Mr. Wright, you saying you had a witness? Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the doctor's murder to the stand. No! Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How do you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it means catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear, now that's impressive. This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. Is it the helicopter? Nice! Watch it be a drone, dude. Straight up is straight up the drone. Oh my! Oh god. Sergeant Buff! At your service, sir! I forgot what voice. I think I gave him that voice. He's here as the drone, really? Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this? You know it. Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would still like to continue the testimony via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that, but testimony via a remote control toy? We had testimony from a serial killer via radio. Come on, Judge. We've been through this before. with a serial killer. With an assassin, I mean. Not even a serial killer, worse, it's an assassin. This is just good. Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. Just who's piloting this trial anyway? I have you know, sir, that drone is more than just a toy. The judge sure warmed up for this idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. You disappoint me, Corporal Justice! Oh my god! Nah. Hey, no guns in the courtroom! Ah! Defending the man who killed Papa! Now that's full-on treason, soldier! Oh, that's what it was. I hereby demote you back to private! Corporal Private, what's he talking about, Apollo? It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster? Locked and loaded! Whoa! Sir, ready to rain down this perpetrator upon the perpetrator. Ha ha ha! What? Yep. Papa met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground, as I'd already mounted my siege defense. But his siege defense refers to him not leaving his house. I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated that's getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just knew it. Saying he was thrown out but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been fleeing Mr. Rebel. That's objection! Right, you backstabbing no good, I didn't kill no one! It's enemy! Fire! Oh my god! No! Wait bro, it sounds like that's left before the murder, yeah. Exactly. Ha! Capitalist pig! Hey! My god! I turned you into pork stroganoff! And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon! Whoa, it fires missiles too? That's what you're impressed by? Well, yes, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. Backstabbing? It's cause Phoenix and Dad's met before. The kid has spent too much time as a drone. Okay, so Papa met with someone the night died. He didn't even know who it was. I had eyes on the ground. Let's hold it. Sarge, I always wondered, who or what are you battling? That's not the question I wanted, Apollo. Huh? Girl? That's classified. Even so, it may be relevant to this case. I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. That's right, such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy. Oh, I guess the curiosity got the better of me. Y'all talking no action, soldier? Out on the battlefield, it ain't number of pretty words in your repertoire, but the number of bullets in your gun belt that counts. Easy for you to say. You're the one with all of them. The witness please couldn't tell this call what he saw in her that night. Hold it! Hold it! What was the argument about? I heard things like, where's the old? And are
Are you defying dragons really criminals? You look Apollo so cute, hey Elon. Welcome back. It sounded like real volatile. Like a war might break out any second.
So the two of them had an argument when Dad came to get the orb. Did you see or hear anything else?
Yeah! I heard them arguing and then silence.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Oh my god. Your father met with someone? Could be more specific?
No! I was in the midst of crucial defensive siege operation.
Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct?
You never know when the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter.
What about, school?
Oh! I don't go to boot camp! I'm a soldier! The sergeant doesn't associate the rookies with too green to fight.
With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either. It was very brave of you to come out of the courthouse today. But what was you said about the siege defense?
Oh, that! Well...
So that's too. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. Yeah, I know, we will lose. Tina, you're not helping. I wanted a hint. In his study, let's see our evidence. Oh, so we have evidence that is this drone. The drone has a camera and a microphone. So if he could hear them, why not see them? He has a camera. You didn't have eyes on the ground. Why? He has a camera, I'm gonna present that. Objection. Objection. Sarge, are you hiding something from me?
Huh? How dare you question your superior officer like that?
Look, dude.
You wanna get on this stroganoff action with the big boy over there?
Big boy? Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile proof.
What?
What the defense can't explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he's able to see what's happening in our court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Now that you mention it, I to think the answer was right before our eyes the whole time. Sarge, you're perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. You must have seen something.
Ah! I'm hit! What is this strange new weaponry you're using against me?
He has oil coming out of it. Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice. And the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare. A truth
bomb? No! Ah! Mayday, mayday! I'm going down!
No! Hey, are you alright?
God, it's but evidence. Never have I seen such fearsome ornaments.
Tell it to us straight, Sarge. Oh. After all, you want us to help your father, don't you?
Papa!
Yes, you do want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night.
It's not what you think. I didn't see anything! I swear!
You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Hey! Gah! I had enough. Look, I'm apologizing. I had enough of bombs. Sarge, you need to answer my question.
Shut your fire hole, maggot! It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lonely private like you orders me around.
What's with him in Siberia of all places? But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe there's time to turn up the heat. Here, Tina. You think a therapy session might help? Well, it could be alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord and such. Couldn't you say that? Couldn't you tell me? This gets intense. That usually means the patient wants to say something but can't for some reason. In Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic. You got it! Your Honor, I believe I could be here. Time for a therapy session, isn't it, Mr. Sykes? Miss Sykes? Yes, it'll help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify. By all means, bring the poor child out to the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be alright with you, Mr. Wright. Why not? It's not like we haven't been through this before.
What are you putting in for, lady? This ain't a place for battlefield for you.
I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. Just wait till you see what I got out of my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With this, I'm gonna blow a big old hole. Blow a big hole in the armor you built around your heart.
Wobba Fett.
First evidence, now analytical psychology. Where are these WMDs coming from? Well, if it's a battle you want, bring it on.
Wait, it's still the thunder, Athena.
You may have started this war, but I'm gonna end it, course, woman Sykes.
You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart.
Face a file.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Take that.
Luckily, Athena's understanding with us, not finished.
I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dex and Papa arguing with each other. Dex got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around. And I was in my room. I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day.
So okay. It could be either that he gets more sad that he sees Dad's outside, or that he's less surprised to see his father's dead body. It wasn't just ice. He says I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day, but he's less shocked. I'm gonna try pinpointing that. That means he already knew. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body, yet you weren't nearly as shocked when you saw Mr. A Rebel. Normally, you expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful.
Enemy fire! Direct hit!
That is strange. I wonder what it could be.
Well, we know he wasn't affected by his father's death as he should have been. I think I know why. Sarge, you weren't as shocked as seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Rebel because you already seen his body. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night and that's when you saw it, your father's body. I saw no such thing! Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then, what did you see? Ah! Nice.
Look, Apollo, we've lost some noise.
So just as I suspected, he really did see something. Sarge, please tell us what you saw. Oh, but dots. Ah, the moment I saw it, ooh, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found your father was dead? Because you already sensed that he was a goner somehow? Maybe. Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? Oh, I saw, what's happening? I don't like where this is going. No more, please! Ow! No! He stole my widget! No, hey! I confiscated your little toy! The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment! Hey, give me that back!
Widget! Apollo, I can't continue the session without him.
Calm yourself, this instant witness. I hereby order you to submit your therapy session. What in blazes? Look at me! I'm just jury and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal. This kid. Wait. Whoa, this gone too far. Finally, arrest that drunk in this instant. Gah! Stop resisting! She's shooting the baby? If you don't come quick, fire! Oh my god! Yes! Go! You better back! Hey, no! Don't hurt the baby! What? You shit it? What the hell is going on? My god! Jesus, did he just jack the gavel, dude? So the kid's the murderer, right? He's killing the bailiff, that's who.
Woo! Got him back.
Nice work. This witness is truly a handful. 2, 3, 4. Miss Sykes, what's the witness' current psychological state?
Let's see, he's emotionally all over the map. So he's how to control emotions, how are you controlling
Control him now? Does that mean we can calm him down if we figure out what the root of the cause?
Yes. So let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me?
Is that you, Congresswoman Sykes?
I'm here. Now I want you to take a few deep breaths and just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Athena, disgusting.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
In, out. In, sin is the dragon every day. Yeah, in and out.
And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it out.
That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Oh shit, Tina. Gross. Dad was still hanging after he got kicked out. When I heard fighting, got more worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. Nani the hell? That must be when he must have killed Gil. If only I didn't pass out. What? So he has two out of control emotions, huh? All we have to do is find out what's causing them to run wild like this.
Yes, whatever caused it should appear somewhere in the mood matrix. Let me know if you think you found it.
Easier said than done. I don't suppose you have any ideas where to start?
Well, I would think about Sarge's personality and his past. Those are things that shape a person's emotions. So, you should be able to find something to with.
So the fire, because his mother died in a fire saving him. The fire, I mean, that's all. Lighting up, remember flame lighting up the room. It has to be the one. Fire should be one of them. That's it. Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Was I? Yes, just 6 months ago. You and your mother were caught up in an arsonist blaze, so it's no wonder you'd be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense.
And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world.
What do you mean, ghost woman size?
In the outside world, you're bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at dinner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grew bigger and bigger, like something else, until you couldn't shut it up.
I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about that sends a chill down my spine. Ace Therapist. The new game. Wow, the things I take for granted. Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize that myself. About the fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning?
Just stay calm, and maybe something will come to you.
Oh, dots. Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was that relic. The relic Papa was studying. It was on fire. The orb was on fire. Nani the hell? Uh-huh. It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was on fire, burning right in front of my Papa. And there, in the flames was Mama? Yeah, I Now I remember. I saw Mama up here amid the dancing flames. What? Wait, what? More ghost? I can't do more ghost. She doesn't look very happy. What? Where? What's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. It might be confusing it with what really happened when the father died. So let me guess, more therapy. Spooky. Yeah, but this time it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand. I hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic really is the founder's orb. Okay. Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire and I saw Mama's face inside. So let me save. And let's see what evidence we have. The relic was on fire. It could be the song. It was a furry. Sashi's your favorite character. It could be the song. So the song says, when the blah 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 blah, blah offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then the Holy Mother shall return. Oh. It doesn't rhyme. Oh, yeah, it doesn't rhyme. But it is a song. Cause the song isn't sung in English. What did he say in the email? I don't think there's literally, I think there's literally nothing else that relates. Not all music has a rhyme scheme, yeah. The thing that the song is the only thing that somewhat has a link. So I'm gonna try presenting the song. Objection. Dang it. It was not. His father was burning the orb when he was killed. Doesn't that seem funny to you? Considering what the doctor was up to that night, it doesn't add up. Oh, there's an info update. That's when Papa must have killed, if only I hadn't passed out. Apollo looks different to you? He looks the same. Lighting up the room, grinning with delight. The relic was on fire. This went Papa, if only he had.
Considering what he was doing that night, the raincoat and the thing. I mean, it's true. He couldn't have had the founder's orb when he died because he left the founder's orb somewhere else. The relic was on fire. He couldn't have had the relic because the relic should have been in the cave by the time he died. Who's Papa? This guy's Papa. Is the Sarge's father. The relic was on fire. Do I present at this statement or the previous statement? It couldn't have been this because the guy already put the founder's orb was already in the cave. So I'm gonna present the moss stuck to the insole. That's probably, it's either the raincoat or there was blood and coffee. Don't know if there's enough to kill him. Yeah. The thing is, he couldn't have been killed when he had the orb in his hand because he already put the orb in the cave and then he died afterwards. So he couldn't have had the orb when Dad was there. Gotta go eat, you should be looking alright, the fire part. The relic was on fire. I don't know. That's when Papa must have been killed, or the fire that the relic was there. I'll save here and present the raincoat or the moss. And I will, if not, we'll try the previous statement. Hey, Arkagoon! Who knows, maybe the relic is fireproof? The thing is that him holding the relic, that's when Papa was killed, wouldn't make any sense. That's what the inconsistency is. Because he went to hide. So we know that he went to hide the founder's orb first. And then he came back and then he was killed. Somebody just present the moss because the moss description said it probably got there when he went to hide the founder's orb or the raincoat the doctor wears this last night. I think he went to when he hid the founder's orb. Objection? No? Are you for real? This one's good. I don't want to lose more health. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the title screen so that I can get my health back. I don't want to lose my health. I'm salty. I mean, it's interesting that his story changes with the fire and his mother is there now. Yeah. Wait, load. The thing is, I don't know which statement to present. And to present what is the question. I can't see the emoji. Okay, wait, let's read. I left the room, suddenly got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire and I saw Mama's face inside. That's when Papa must have been killed, if only I hadn't passed out. It's just a bottle of salt. But the thing is, that couldn't have been when Papa was killed because he shouldn't have the orb with him when he died. Let's see what their hint is. Restarted sphere of fire is triggering a past memory. As a result, the memory
of what he really saw. The main issue is when the doctor was murdered. Was he really killed when Dad was there? No. Wish we knew the time of day in this kid's perspective. Yeah. Oh, that's my room. The relic was on. Okay, I'll try presenting the. I have a founder's orb. Do I present just the orb itself? On the last statement? I feel like it has to be the last statement because that's when he says that's when Papa must have been killed. How could he hear dads arguing? He has a his drone has a microphone. I'm gonna try presenting the orb. I have evidence that's just the orb and it also describes if you saw him lurking outside after he left. I don't understand this kid. Hold on. I saved. Let me try this. The founder's orb, Korean national treasure, the doctor hid it in the ruins before his untimely death. Objection? Oh my god! That was so hard! That one was so confusing. This kid is confusing. Man, that one was confusing. There was just so many evidence that showed that he was outside. That the doctor died after he doesn't have the orb anymore. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out. He saw death outside, then heard them arguing. I think, I don't know. I think he said that dads left and then came back to kill. Someone said that, I don't know. Maybe it was the politician guy, I don't remember. The outcome would have been the same. What do you mean? I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room. What? What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice! You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night he went out to hide it in a cave. So what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. Ah! This kid's so dumb. So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within. So, even if I hadn't passed out, that's right, the outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Oh, I see. That's... Private Justice, can you really say I bear no blame in this? Doy! Why do you ask? That's because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive. Sarge, Papa wished nothing more for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out, away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set the food outside to the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true. Dots.
Sarge, if you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want,
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step right now?
My first step. Step 1. Put a little apple.
That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. Only you. Only you can decide to take that first step.
That's... If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie behind your grasp. Pretty sure she quoted Edward Elric. That's... Hey, I think I understand now. I made up my mind. Huh? As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely. Oh my god, she's a girl. Whoops! I freaking made her sound like a freaking smoker. She's a tiny girl! Huh? Goo? Sergeant Booth! Looks like a dragon question. Sergeant Booth! Reporting for duty? What? I thought you were a guy!
You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned.
Well, my mama was in the Russian army! I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff, age 12. Archie Buff and Army Buff. What the heck? This is the music. But this is the Trucy music. No way. Are you serious right now? Careful, soldier! Don't forget I blow you away at that moment's notice!
She's just too cute.
So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge?
Negative! Only since I was injured in the fire!
Oh, it sounds different.
In the fire!
Your voice sounds awfully different from before. Look at how cute. No. At least her personality is consistent.
My drone fist and voice modulation device!
I'm just gonna make her higher.
It's just one of our many technological marvels!
Well, you failed me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls.
If it's all the same to you troops, I'd like to thank you, testimony, to continue my testimony. I just remembered something, and it's as crisp as clear as a trumpet at a roll call.
What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa showed me in a picture a long time ago. He said that it was the Holy Mother, founder of Quranism.
That ain't me, Faye.
She appeared right there right there, the burning orb!
The best part is, she strokes the drone. Means the drone, she strokes the mustache. Huh? What did you say? Take that, Phoenix! Ain't no Quran, ain't no Ami Faye, yo. It's the Holy Mother, which means it's Quranism, which means you're wrong. Another inconsistency in the testimony. Which means that's the founder's orb, ain't no Ami Faye, yo. That is the Holy Mother herself. That is the song. In your prayers as fervent as fire, the Holy Mother shall make her return. So, what's up, Constantine? The Holy Mother of Cryonism was in the burning orb? What does that even mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Phoenix! Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the orb? Check that! Dr. Bob's research notes? What do they have to do with this? Look at this. The burning orb appearance of the founder. This part points to both. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire. Only then the Holy Mother shall return! There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle, and this song in turn is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire. Only then the Holy Mother shall return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Prayers as fervent as fire. Ah! You're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire. Wait, so the doctor, What is this game about? We are a lawyer and we have to solve cases, but very, very interesting cases. Yes, Athena. He has solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb. Oh my! Yeah, we do cases. We play this every Monday.
Papa was a great archaeologist, so I believe in him, and I want to believe his achievement, his long-time dream of solving that riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves.
Yes, do it, proper justice. Please! I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes!
The plaintiff must object to this. Shut up, Phoenix! You got nothing. The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet. Oh, snap. You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire. Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the founder's orb or the crystal of Ami Faye, the finger wag, and the ownership rights to the doctor had now belonged to his daughter. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us. Oh wow, dude, Phoenix getting wrecked, dude. Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. All right, here we go. Look! Apollo! The inside of the orb! It is melting! There's something in there. Oh my god, her face! Ah! Dark! Isn't she? Light it up. A garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the founder herself. Face and all. I don't understand. The greatest taboo of Koreanism is the depiction of the founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this orb.
Yeah. That's why they keep it hidden as a national treasure. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Koreanism. And based on that, this must be none other than the founder's orb. But be that as it may, Mr. Araba might still have killed the doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Araba. It happened after the doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you have no proof that Mr. Araba was still around at the time. Full circle. Turned it around in your face. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground! Oh. No! I won. I actually won. Hey! Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? Was half waiting for him to explode. You're amazing, Apollo. Don't just stand there, Ray. Do something. Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole. Mr. Attrition Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of doubt that this is the Founder's orb. The facts don't lie, but all you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan? You contemptuous peasants! I think this is a good time to wrap out this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. No. You can do this. The crystal is mine! Whoa there. I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal. I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? Ah! Oh no! Stop! Thoughts? What's going on here? Your Honor, I object to the defense's last claim. What? I don't believe they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's orb. Mr. Wright, I don't even think you can bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have that claim that this isn't the Founder's orb? Dots, about that. Dots. Oh, of course. Dots, he can't possibly have hit on something. The defense assertion is incomplete, and this is why. The defense is basing their claim that this is the relic, or this relic is the Founder's orb, on a legend. And that legend claims the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right, and that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Phoenix! Good thing he's still down. Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder has returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? No.
but receiving spiritual power and stuff, there's all mystic mumbo jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? I hate you, Phoenix Wrong. No, but consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. What the hell are you talking about? Don't. Is he sleeping again? Oh my god. Dots. Dots. What's gotten into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? It went appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. There! What? No! That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor! In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess where both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. They should be over. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do well wash up and find your missing marbles by then too. Dots. Still going on? Bruh. Mr. Wright sure is acting funny. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb, but the last assertion was plain crazy. It's either a bluff or Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense.
Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although he seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier.
Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna go check up on him. What's going on with you, Mr. Wright?
Hey, Private Justice.
Oh, Sarge.
I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened.
Oh, but why are you only telling about it now?
Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. But now we know otherwise. I figured it might be important.
There's still more to this case?
When I left my room and lost consciousness, I passed out right here.
That's right above the coffee bar.
Uh-huh. But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair.
What?
I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me.
Do you know who it was?
No, it was pitch black. Thus I fled to my room so fast I didn't even have a chance to turn on the lights.
Maybe it was your father.
No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd known if it was him.
So then it could have been your father's real killer?
My thoughts exactly.
But you didn't report this to the police?
It didn't even occur to me.
It's okay, you're obviously still upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Hey, welcome back, Furry. Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be part of a bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. Guess I should take her statement down as evidence. Oh, welcome back, Athena. What's with the long face? Dots. How'd it go with Mr. Wright? Dots. What should I... Athena? Oh, I'm sorry. I zoned out for a second. The recess is almost over. Let's go! Dots. What was that all about? What the heck, Athena? What's the problem? Come on, back again, yeah. Now, Mr. Wright.
The dude politician probably has some dirt on Phoenix.
Because he said, remember about our chat?
About that last objection you raised. We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. What's she hiding? They claim that according to the legend, the founder's art would bestow spiritual power, yet the relic in question has failed to do so, therefore it's failed its own test. Oh, I see. He's sticking with that ridiculous argument. Furthermore, even if the founder's art, it can't be awarded to the Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Buff. Wash. What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. Looks serious. The judge has to take all this in. I don't know how he does it. He doesn't listen. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the doctor. Oh, but I'm afraid they are, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I would like to present new testimony to this court. Testimony that will show that a rebel did in fact kill Dr. Buff. What? Very well, you might call your witness.
I guess Mr. Wright found another new angle.
Oh snap. What new testimony could it be this late game? Oh no!
Citizens, internet politician, the once and future representative of the people.
Gee, it's not him again. My client divulged new information to me during the recess. He remembers something he saw, you see, something crucial to this case. It's Paul. How very convenient. Addition, okay, this is gonna be good.
It's around 11 at night. I was out on the mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Rebel snuck up from behind him and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice, a suitcase. A big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase onto someone's head.
You saw the murder as it happened. You feed it to the wolves. And you're just telling us now because... Did Phoenix have to get this guy?
I saved the best for last. It's a tactic known to all great political greats.
How do you know it's heavy? Well, bro, you just washed. The murder weapon was a complete mystery, but my client's eyewitness has finally brought it into light. According to the autopsy report, Dr. Buff was struck behind the head of a corner of some object. I suppose that it could be very well the corner of a suitcase. That suitcase had no blood on it, but eyewitness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. What's that supposed to mean? We have physical evidence too. A luminol test revealed. Are you for real? The doctor's blood on Mr. Arrebel's suitcase. Really? But how does that prove Mr. Arrebel used it as a weapon? What the hell else will you use it for? Spilling the beans, you sure, you unfurious tigress son? You should know the answer to that, Mr. Justice. Since you know as well as I that the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints. Ah! I forgot we dusted it right in front of Emma! Oh, hey.
The turnabout terror strikes again.
You guys stop slamming the desk. The desk. What color the poison bottle? Why would Death leave it behind if he just killed homeboy with it? It was literally the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. Phoenix is just coming up with nonsense. This is quite convincing testimony and evidence.
Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Felix, you sounded like a prosecutor. Mr. Justice?
This is
Hold it! Hold it! Sounds like you witnessed something rather shocking.
indeed. I didn't even believe it at first. I mean, a vicious murder and crime.
Like as if that never happened before. There haven't been many murders there, I take it.
I promise that such a terrible tragedy will never happen again.
The judge knows none of this makes sense and he just for his entertainment too, literally. I thought they said earlier Dash left the case behind when he left. Yeah, he did leave it. We saw that we also investigated the suitcase and we found fingerprints, but we didn't do any blood tests.
A vote for me is a vote to banish murder forever in our blood. Granted.
He'll go with him campaigning. Yeah, good luck with that. Miss Tactician, please tell the court watch Jerry's on the scene of the crime. Hold it! Hold it! He snuck up from behind. Oh, you're saying the doctor never even realized Mr. Rebel was there?
That's right. He was utterly absorbed in the book.
A vote for you is a vote to take away my brain cells. I see. What did you see Mr. Rebel do next?
He climbed up the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down on the body. I believe he was trying to make it look like an accident. That idiot didn't realize I could see everything from outside the window.
One of those statements doesn't feel right. Your Honor, I believe the witness made an important statement. That the crime was clearly visible, that the doctor was reading a book, or that Dad is an idiot. Wait, what did he say? He climbed the bookshelf and dumped a bunch of books on the body. I believe he was trying to make it look like an incident, but the idiot didn't realize could see everything from outside the window. The third one? Let's see what the third one is. The witness said Mr. Arable is an idiot. That's a key piece of information! Don't you dump on the bandwagon, AJ! I'm not an idiot, you hear? I fail to see how that's a key piece of information. Yeah, I guess it's not, huh? Then it seems there's no need to add it to the witness testimony. Let's get on with it, shall we? No, let's go back! No, go back! What did? Yo, Dad is like, oh my god, son, what the hell? Boy! Okay, let's see the other. The crime is clearly visible. Was it clearly visible though? Why would the book be important? Yeah. He was absorbed in his book. He climbed up the bookshelf ladder. Here, we'll try the book. The doctor was reading a book at the time of the murder. That's vital testimony.
Very well, the witness will please add that testimony to statement to his testimony.
The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelf. Absorbed in the book.
The book has a coffee stain on it. So he was standing at his coffee table when he got bopped, which is not near the window. Right? No, he even nodded at me. Let's see what you got. The book he was reading was probably that psychology book that was out of place. And then he was standing at the coffee place. He got bopped. His blood and coffee spilled onto the book. And then, but that wouldn't have been visible via the window because the coffee is hidden behind a wall. So I'm gonna present the crime scene photo, cause that has the book in the picture. Oh wait, he has glasses. What are the glasses? The doctor has poor eyesight, means he couldn't read anything without these. They were found on his desk, which means he wasn't wearing his glasses at the time. Because the glasses were on his desk. There's no way he would be reading a book without his glasses. I think that's it. Objection? Because we found the glasses just on his table. So there's no way he would be reading a book. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelf, you say? Absorbed in a book, you say? I'm sorry, but it seems your testimony is completely unreliable.
That's quite about statement. Let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable.
It would be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes had gotten so bad he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. His glasses would be prescribed to see far away. Snap, you done goofball? Easy. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading in front of the bookshelves. I'm sorry, Mr. Attention Wimperson, but I'm going to have to ask you to explain this discrepancy to the voting public. Aside from lying through the entire case.
You what? Paul, this is what you get. I'll explain it, you lonely kid.
What do you call me?
I simply made a mistake, you see? The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Rebel hit him over the head.
But then the doctor would have been facing him. Surely he would have seen him and tried to run.
The doctor Bob was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed and weren't moving at all. He wasn't moving.
Sounds more like what you would do. Then how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of his head? Isn't that something you should be impossible from the front of the desk?
Oh, about that, he bowed his head when he nodded. That's when he was covered.
This guy just magically appeared in front of the bookshelf covered in books. So that's what you saw. Well, Mr. Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation. Does it? Do you have a problem with the proposal that the doctor was struck while he was nodding off? That's a big problem, I feel. There is a problem, a very big problem. The witness statement doesn't hold up under the slightest bit of scrutiny. Is that so? Will you please show the court what evidence you have to justify this? Gladly, Your Honor. This shows the problem with the witness's claim that he saw the doctor nodding off.
Let me see what's happening. The problem is that it's clearly lying.
The judge doesn't care at this point. This shows the problem with the witness's claim that he saw the doctor move nodding off. What do we present here? That he was awake? How do we do that? Is it because he's also covered? Wait, let me save just in case. Because if you guys see this, the diagram of the house, the study diagram, he has this like a bookshelf blocking. So if he was nodding off, I guess you can't see him standing there thinking for 30 minutes. The bookshelf would cover the doctor. Take that? A diagram of the study. Mr. Titian allegedly viewed the murder from here. The bookshelf blocking most of the window, yeah. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off here. Hi! Your boyfriend? Apollo Justice. But from this vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's eye line of sight. Oh yes, I believe you're right. What's your problem? The fact remains my client knew that the kid's suitcase was the murder weapon. The window is clear, but the bookshelf is blocking the desk where he saw him stealing. Or sleeping. No, he definitely has first-hand knowledge of the Phoenix! What's your problem? He definitely has knowledge of the first city. I'm afraid I have to agree with you there. What? Agree? Mr. Wright? But then we have to ask ourselves, from what vantage point did he see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? Oh! Are you good? He ain't. How did he know that? Oh, son, now! From what vantage point could Mr. Attition Wimperson have seen the dozing doctor? Once we determine that, we'll finally see the truth from this incident. Apollo, let's go. Paul Attition's probably the one pushing the wheelchair! The witness saw the murder from right here. Cause he was freaking dead, bro. This is sketch. You've got to be kidding. But it is indeed, but everything only makes sense if the witness was there in the study. Inside the study? But that's the scene of the crime! I know. Mr. Attition Wimperson, the man who claims to be a witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room. Apollo, are you suggesting? Mr. Attition Wimperson? Weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase? You forgot. What you're proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Arabel has the muscles very zaddy, okay? Pull it off! Yeah! He has a
thoughts. He has a point. I gave up trying to lift that thing after one go.
That's right. He's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now do you understand? The rebel dance. A rebel is the doctor's killer.
This is profiling, bro, dude. Yeah, dude, Phoenix is judgmental as hell. Literally, the first time he met Maya, he's like, so what's with your outfit? Oh, Phoenix, he never changed.
As long as the suitcase is the murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on that. You have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo. Oh, Apollo.
Oh, I will, and with his own technique, no less. Oh, if Mr. Addition couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon instead. I'm going to turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright, just like you taught me. Says the man who never changes his clothes. The one time he changed his clothes, he looked like a hobo. with his like jumpsuit and his beanie and his beard. You talk big, Mr. Justice, but do you have what it takes? Well, this should be interesting. Judge, are you watching a TV show? What's this? Mr. Artisan's testimony has been filled with one inaccuracy after another. First, he stated Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelves. Now he claims that the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? So where was his killer now that the murder weapon was, and how was the murder weapon really used? So the important thing here is the position of the victim and the killer relative to each other. He knows it weighs a lot. You keep telling this, how do you know the suitcase's weight? He tried lifting it up. Yes, Your Honor, if they were positioned in a certain way, but how without holding it? I have an idea. Remember that there's a coffee stain on the book. It would be possible to use the suitcase as a weapon without lifting a finger. You can't mean. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. You can't look at a suitcase and say, yeah, it's heavy, so he must have... It's quite distinctive, you can see. Now, if Dr. Buff was sitting at a certain spot, his killer was at a certain spot, the suitcase would become a weapon anyone could use. Yo, bro. Very well, Mr. Justice. Where was Dr. Buff's killer at the time of the crime? There? Oh, that's... This should wrap things nice and pretty for you, Mr. Wright. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking it in 2 dimensions, let's think in 3. Only then we can clearly see the killer's method at work. Oh, snap! The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. Oh, whoa! That's right. It was the plaintiff, one politician Wimperson, who used the suitcase. He pushed it from the 2nd floor. And sent it hurling down onto Dr. Buff, who was sitting at the coffee bar. That's why he pushed the girl away on the wheelchair, because she was blocking the way. This is why you're named after a Greek god. I'm so proud. The psychology book had been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down after he finished reading or the like. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer had thought to hide it in the mountain of books. Yeah, that'll kill you. With a suitcase heavy enough that you can't lift it. That's quite an interesting theory you have there, Mr. Johnson. Shut up! But there's no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Thoughts? I'm not sure about that, Mr. Wright. I say that evidence of the murder occurring at the coffee bar exists. Why are you so proud of him, Finn Solomon? He's just a media. The evidence does exist, and I'm gonna show you. You are? The coffee stain on the book, damn it. This right here is proof that the murder took place at a coffee bar. This brown stain was determined to be coffee. What's more, it's just a bit damp. Damp! When we saw it yesterday morning. That's a probably. Thank you. God. One look at this book speaks volumes, I'm afraid. They just naturally make puns at this point. It tells us the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. Well, that's when the suitcase came hurling down, striking him on the head. Nice. It's damp, it's nice, causing both his blood and the coffee to splatter onto it. Nice. Well, Mr. Attention Robertson. What? What motive could I have possibly had to kill the Dr. Buff? There it is, the final excuse corner the killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned your crystal to you, did he? Instead, he hid it in the cave ruins. Not now, Master Wimbledon! Telling him that the Defiant Dragons were dangerous was a bunch of huge blunder. All it did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came to bite you in the end. You fell asleep and this is the scripture. Oh no! Even worse, the doctor saw the news reports, so he knew the relic was the Founder's orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he wanted to return it to its rightful place. The politicians, to you, and if you can appreciate his name. And that meant keeping it out of your hands. You were so angry he refused to return the relic to you. That you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Attention 1%? Army Buff was definitely the best pun this time. Apollo! Don't! Please don't accuse my client of murder! Huh? What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? What I meant was, he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. Phoenix. It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of a scandal. What kind of bullshit? Say what? Welcome back, Petrus. Petrus Goon.
Right! You better do something to change the current climate. I'll be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that happens?
You just fought Thomas K real nice. Felix getting desperate. And I can see why. Oh! Phoenix! Come on, man! What's he talking about? That power armor. Trucy? I swear to God, if he did something to Trucy, I can ponder that later. For now, Mr. Wright, you can't possibly believe that Mr. Arable is the killer. Are you really gonna send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that! Well, Mr. Wright, answer me! Not her again. Seriously,
A politician holding someone hostage? Oh, surprise! Oh, whoa, a phoenix! Oh no. Mr. Wright? What is going on here? Dots. Athena knows! Not another hostage. No, stop! If you don't say anything, then Mr. Attention Wimperson, the defense hereby. Athena, stop! Why don't you just tell me? By the way, not you too, Athena. Oh, it's just I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but you swear if you touch Drusi, I'ma HM01, his aura all over again. During the last recess, I went to check on Mr. Wright. Athena, why? Athena, stop! I overheard something I shouldn't have. Oh. I trust my eyes on her. No! Don't know! And Shelly all over again. When did I join into? What's up, Cameron? You gotta know now. Alright, Paul. Alright, Paul. Alright, Furry.
I didn't really say, but just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, there will be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift.
I'ma clap this bitch! Maya! I swear to God. Not Maya. Maya! Attention! He gonna get arrested for kidnapping and for murder. I swear on my life.
Relax, I have to do the entire getting health and then product.
I'm a bandit. Cut!
I must deliver it to my benefactor at all cost.
What the? Ouch! What do they want with the relic for anyway?
Do something with the old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted whoever solves its secret.
Maya? As in Maya Fey? Yes, the boss's legendary former assistant. Miss Faye's being held hostage. So it seems. Oh, this straight politician will not go to jail. He goes straight to you know where? Sounds like he worked for a supervillain. Why didn't you tell me this as soon as you heard this? Sorry, it's just Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away and made me promise not to tell you. He said it would make things more difficult if you found out. Guys, if things weren't hard already. So that's why Mr. Wright was acting so strange. God. I had no idea. This must have been excruciating for him. It's excruciating for us too, because we are also Phoenix. Isn't it kind of messing with the case? Think justice, there's gotta be something we can do. Phoenix won't shut up until Maya's safe, that's the thing. Mr. Justice, about the last statement of yours, I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Would that explains? Who's going to guilty as well. Would you care to continue? How long has this game been? Like, this entire stream? And last week's stream? I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm really, really sorry. What's going on into you two? That's manipulating the defense. Yeah, it is. It's illegal and very bad. And I also want to bop Mr. Politician. But it's Maya. That's the thing, you know. If we were playing as Phoenix, we wouldn't stop until Maya was safe. It's happened before. We didn't stop until Trucy and everyone was safe. Dragonku with the Chudaloo! Dragonku! Your best man politician kidnapped our friend and also killed the guy. But you can type again. Apparently your problem hasn't occurred here yet. It didn't occur for the last, since you came in. Sorry for murdering you in Smash. Why is Phoenix done? Oh, Phoenix didn't do anything. It's politician, your best friend. Dogs. If I accuse that slime bag, I put Miss Faye's life in jeopardy.
I thought you finally caught on. I felt too important to be accused of murder. After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders.
I'ma crack those shoulders open. Either I give up, or... This is only the trial, Cameron. Last week's case too. Last week was also this case.
Once I present the crystal to my patron, my victory is assured.
Scummy.
Then one day I'll become president, and then king. I'll have every politician at my command, and retract your accusation.
Oh! I can't count out to him, but the defense would like to retract the previous Dark! My dad! King the heck? Apollo? Dark? I don't know what's going on here. No! But a lawyer should never look the way you do right now. With defeat and resignation written all over your face. Wait, what? Dark? Oh, Zadie? God.
A dragon never yields.
Even when the wounded dragon, a dragon bites down hard, never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey to the bitter end. The dragon never yields! Did you hear that, Tommy? That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. That voice, Zadie's on fire. Dirk. The dragon never yields. He's right. It's all over if I give up now. If Mr. Wright's hands are tied, it's up to me to do what must be done. He saved my neck so many times. Well, Flygon, chill out. Now, it's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call. Huh! Now that's the face of a lawyer you got there, son. Where there's the will, there's a way. Apollo thinking all his dragon adventures, fantasies. That's his real father. His words were pretty touchy. This is dad, guys. And I'm gonna find a way to save Miss Faye and see that justice is served. Tell me no. Yes! That scumbag is holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. He has so many friends that name Will that there are many ways. That's his daddy. And it seems said patron believes in the orb's legend. The thing is, the founder did appear when the orb was exposed to fire, just as the legend said. Tommy, you want to be part of this adventure, don't you? If the legend is true, then we've already solved the riddle, right? Not yet. We're not done. We have not solved the riddle yet. Very dramatic. The legend says that the founder will bestow great spiritual power when she returns. If that's true, that means we haven't solved the whole riddle yet. You want to join the adventure? But how can it be? Are we missing something? Wait, maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally. But how would it be possible for a dead person to return to the world of living? Time travel! Cloning! You like how the goddess did this in this case now? Yo, time travel. Yo, cloning. Channeling. Because you need a face and a name to channel the spirit. That's why her face is in the orb. The founder can return via channeling. Oh, I know. There is a way for the dead to return. Spirit channeling. Of course, you have to know what the founder looks like first. But the orb has revealed her face to us. So what if that's a sign that we should channel her? Given the facts, in order to solve the riddle and receive the founder's power, I need to practice channeling! I need a spirit medium. A medium is needed to obtain the power! And the ability of a medium to channel spirits is the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. That means Mr. Attention Wimperson's patron will need one too. Once that slimy politician realizes that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Practice channeling. I gotta practice channeling! Everything's gonna be okay, Mr. Wright. Because Mr. Politician can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Dots. Huh? Mr. Attention Wimperson, it seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage.
What do you mean?
Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want. She can.
What do you mean, only Maya Faye?
Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Wright, the birthplace of spirit mediums. Ah, I think I see now. Oh, he sure did. You need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. But in Quranism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo. Of course you can. However, the true face wasn't hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb is telling us to try channeling the founder? Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearls imbued my Magatama with spiritual power. If a human could be imbued with such power in a similar manner, it is said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Wait a second, then the legend is true? Come here, Attention. Do you understand now, Mr. Attention Wimperson? You are holding hostage to the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle would remain unsolved forever. Dude, the audience has no idea what we're talking about.
That's how it's birthday.
Don't stop! Don't you bring her name into this!
I just simply asked her to help.
Why the hell would she help you?
If she wants money,
Hey, but she doesn't care about money. She barely knows what a dollar is. She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. She certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Attention just screamed. Or maybe you'd like to go ask the Queen of Wright to channel the founder for you. He could probably get executed for requesting such a thing. It's over. Now confess, you killed Dr. Buff, didn't you? 457.
It wasn't supposed to end this way.
Mr. Attention, are you admitting to committing a crime?
Yeah, my lawyer, right? Do
It's true that I'm your lawyer, and such is my job to defend you. However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. There's something else that's equally as important, and that's finding the truth. Don't you dare bring Paul into this, you done goofball. Mr. Addition Wimperson, you have sought to twist the truth in your dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage taking, but in a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right, and I owe it all to you, Apollo. God, Mr. Wright, I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Addition Wimperson, I must resign as your attorney! Yeah! Just the apple. Boo! I'm under arrest. Is it time? That's yes, Felix, yes. That's get right. That's well,
I've nothing to confess.
what?
I said I've nothing to confess. I don't and I won't. Especially not to a plebeian like you.
This guy doesn't know when to give up. Stop worrying about the name tag.
Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. And you won't find a single print of mine on it.
All that means is you wipe them off, taking care of only to leave Mr. Rebels.
As many great politicians have said before me, no comment.
In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points the suitcase being dropped from above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor. The wheelchair! There's prints on the wheelchair! Check the wheelchair for prints! Bro, call me a pleb one more time, you're gonna find that name tag in a place your tape can't help it anymore. If the killer pushed the suitcase from the second floor over the coffee bar, devil blazing right around here. Oops, wait first. Ah, maybe, just maybe, thought of something, Apollo? I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to be the dropping of the suitcase. The wheelchair! Take that! Army buff. That appears to be a statement, but how is it related to this case? On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb and subsequently passed out. Right above the coffee bar. But with her there in the wheelchair, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down to the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in her wheelchair. Ah! Someone was trying to push my wheelchair! What?
I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me.
She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Artisan? Wimperson. And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may have yet find the conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, the evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he had been able to hold on just a little tighter. But now, he's neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be in this courtroom today. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better.
Paul says she's trying to hide that he murdered.
But this wasn't supposed to happen.
No? Well, too bad, because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you right here in this very trial. Your Honor, the defense's final piece of evidence is on this person. Take that! You have to use it most of the time when you go for long walks or road trips. Yes!
This.
On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out. What evidence? Army buff. Only to come to her and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out through that therapy session, that is. The evidence is the wheelchair. While the killer was able to wipe the prints on the suitcase, the same can't be said for the prints on that got away.
My fellow Kiranians.
Well, Mr. Politician Wimperson, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours! Wheelchair again. She's kind of adorable holding it. She's cute. She's 12. Little baby.
Politician Samuel Kunine. I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. In my political career, I'm destined for great things. Something wrong. This isn't real. It's a dream. A nightmare. Huh? Wait, you really?
Breakdown! Yes!
No way! Banzai! 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 Wait. No. Please. Wait. Don't go. No. Please.
Breakdown hype.
That's...
He went to hell! Breaking news is perfect. The pleb. My statistician Wimperson, are you alright? Bailiff, get him the first aid station on the double. Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In the light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is still indeed the founder's old. And it seems Mr. Politician Wimperson can be considered a suspect in the Dr. Buff's murder. Apollo, I want to thank you for everything. Girl, thanks to you, I didn't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Oh. Don't mention it. Ha ha ha.
You're amazing today, Apollo!
Oh my god. You hate Paul. Is he okay? He'll be fine. Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
He'll be fine. He has his name tag. He broke. Even when a wounded dragon bites down, it never lets go until its dying breath. It glares and roars and latches its jaws firmly into its brain to the bitter end. That voice! Oh! Glad things are fine. A dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart. Tommy, stop drooling. Tommy just soiled his. Yeah, it's Brett now, not Katie. Do you need to change your dragon? As it seems both sides have no further objections, would somebody please take the stand?
dots. This call wants the orb to define dragons, cited as the transfer agreement. Yay! Dark! Dark! Cái này nhiều giờ đâu. Whoop, 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 whoop. Should the kingdom of Kuroin claim ownership? That may have to be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or shall I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. Indeed, a trial like that might spark an international incident. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things astir in the air. The revolution. Dirk's really serious about this. Whoop! Confetti, yes! This call is adjourned! Boop, boop. Nice work, son! We've finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to the revolution! Revolution, it just doesn't seem real. Well, yes, Will. To think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I can say is, that's my boy! My boy! Now that you rejoined the land of living, most times it'll be me behind the keyboard. Well, Mr. Wright did have his hands tied. Who knows if I had won, he'd been able to fight me head on. Adjourn means it's over. I see. More like you saved Mr. Wright, my boy. Saved him? Yeah, remember what he said? He didn't have to bend the truth anymore. It was all thanks to you. I don't know about that. Still, I guess it is kinda nice to be appreciated.
Mr. Dirk, now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you gonna have a spirit medium try channeling her? I, for one, would love to see the return of the legendary founder.
Trucy. Yeah, just think about it, being able to speak to someone right out of history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. What? Why? The face isn't enough. You also need the true name of the one you're attempting to channel. Oh right, Pearl mentioned something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who's been crowned queen. We haven't seen you for a week. In short, the only living person who knows it is the current queen of Garan. Oh, so without her help, we won't be seeing the founder anytime soon?
There's no fun.
Updated. Trucy, just no. So, Dirk, what will you do now? First, I'll start by tracing the route by which the orb came into Dr. Buff's hands. Since we know now it was a politician that asked the doctor to study it, isn't he the one that stole it? No, a political nobody like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, let alone steal it. He must have had inside help. My money's on to someone connected to the royal family. Trucy is so adorable. Alright, you said something to that effect back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their dirty scheme to the light of day. Well, I'm sure Mr. Wright has plenty of information courtesy of his dirty client. He might be able to shed some light on this.
Proper justice! That was fine what you did that trial today.
Why aren't you in your why are you in your drone?
Yeah, Sergeant Proud!
Back at you, Sarge. It took real courage to leave her room like that. I guess she's still scared. Oh, she's right there. Never mind.
It's all thanks to you and Courtswoman Sachs. With my siege defense over, I can finally sally forth. But the battle still just begun. One for me and me alone to fight.
To lose your mother and your father
What a terrible thing to endure.
Yeah, and being wheelchair bound doesn't help. Wife. Private Justice! I've been thinking. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to call me.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, one giant leap for me! Hey, welcome back, TJ. The hearts! Hold my drone for me, would you, Private Justice?
Yes, sir. I mean, no. What's she up to? What do you think she's up to? Girl, don't force yourself.
Whoa.
Aww. She's standing? She could be the main character of Digimon with goggles like that. What's this? Oh my gosh, she did it! Give me your legs there.
The doctor told me I was ready to walk again months ago. But if I admitted I could walk, I knew I had to leave the house. So I faked it.
Makes sense, but
I kept pretending I couldn't walk. But I know Papa is watching over me now. And I hate to disappoint him. So from this day forth, I'm gonna march forward on my own 2 feet!
what a brave kid trying to move forward like this. It must be so hard soon after her father's death. Don't you ever stop. Just keep on walking, comrade. Stay brave, because there will be days when you want to stop. Cried the claps. But I have faith you'll find a way to muster the strength, push through them. Yeah, you can do it. All your legs are still probably gonna muscular the trophy. Yeah, take it easy, kid. Don't force yourself. Hey, there's that! Hey, sup, dude? Thoughts? Mr. Wright! What's that look on his face for? Apollo! Is everything alright with Miss Faye? She's safe for now. Well then, we better go save her, quick! Where is she anyway? Dots. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Oh no! Huh? Maya's not here in the States. She's still in Kurian. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. The mastermind? That's right, politician was nothing more than a pawn. Maya's true abductor is in the kingdom of Kurian. What? I don't understand, Mr. Wright. What in the world's going on over there? But as shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. The beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Kurian to its very core. Revolution. I was being swept up by a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what days ahead had in store for us. To be continued! Dirk can help us. Yeah, if he goes back, he'll be done dead. He means he needs to hide. To be continued. Oh, fuck! It's not over, guys. It ain't over. It ain't over. Let's take care of this. Trust me. We ain't got time to do it now. Sorry for the letter spam, because they to be continuous. And guess what? It looks like I have to be continue you. This case is too long. Why do you have to end there? What?
It's not over. This case, it's not done. Beating Phoenix was only the beginning. It's not over, this case. We still have to save Maya, and that will continue next week. So next week will be figured this is where you wrap up, but they pull a fast one on us. Yeah. Well then, what do you guys think of the case so far? Well, we're done with Phoenix. I mean, man screams into the show. You cleared out some boxes for Hornet. I'm gonna clear out my brain space for next week's episode, because next week the revolution begins. Let's see who's online. If there's someone online, we might be able to do a raid. This is getting interesting. We need to save Maya, guys. Oh, that case was crazy. Very, very crazy. My brain hurts from the stress. But are you guys down to do a raid? Hopefully, Maya will coming next week. Hang in there, yes. If you are able to join us next week to continue this case, episode 5, Turnabout Revolution. Cause it ain't over yet. And I don't think we're close to over. That was a doozy already, so make sure to get the hashtag #BallsToTheRaid with a heart shape tomorrow. Probably I will be back with more shiny hunting. We need some shinies, especially that Zubat. But let us do this raid. Let's left or right? Do you guys want to raid left or right? Yes, there was a raid. My brain hurts. My soul. Left. Right, cause Mr. Wright. Left is law. If you're too late, and it's alright. Over Polar. Left, right, disappoint us. Okay, let's go left. We'll go left. But it's alright. This stream will be up. But you can join in with the raid. Hashtag #BallsToTheRaid. Let's go raid this person. They are hunting some bunnies today. At least Wright is back on our side. Yep, but we need to save our girl Maya. So here's the link. I shall be off then to rest my brain, and I'll see you for shiny hunting on the next one. It's probably tomorrow or whenever. I need to edit the God Stuff video too, but I'll see you all for now. In peace. Vote for me, maybe in the next election.